Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I am here to create a space of healing and support. Hopefully that supports you at this time. This is day 4 of 5. So the second last day I'll be in doing this 5-day focus, if you like, of preparation for our 12-hour healing event on Thursday, the 11th of November. So a recap, and especially if you haven't connected with the previous connections, which you can access in the replay, on day 1, which was Saturday, it was very much about moving our body, staying focused and determined. On the next day, day 2, we did and talked a lot about purging, also movement and acceleration, the green light turning on. Yesterday, which was day 3, was about fear, exploring fear and the things and the energy that contains us or keeps us tight and held back and limited and small, and how we could really think about opening and letting growth in. And I know for me, holding that intention shifted a lot yesterday. Today for me, which is day 4, as I say, I am feeling deeply, deeply touched and deeply, deeply connected. And it's brought me to tears a few times already this morning, is this depth that I'm thirsty for, hungry for, thrive on. And it's not new. I've been like this probably my whole life to some degree. I was told as a child I was a quieter sort of child. Bit sort of hard to understand perhaps, because I think I was just deeply in my own world. And then starting my self-healing journey in the year 2000 was my quest to understand why I felt a certain way, to understand why I had certain fears or issues, and I learned how I could shift that. And that was really deeply touching to me, because I could feel it and I could see the results as a consequence. And then art, of course. Art takes me deeper into myself, deeper into the art itself. Ceramics really satisfies this for me, this desire to push the boundaries and the limitations of art. I think there is something about ceramics, the tangible, tactile nature of the end result, but also the creation process, that is very, very satisfying to me and my mind and my craving for depth. I also play a musical instrument in a jazz band and a concert band, and even playing music. I'm on this kind of quest or search for depth and meaning. I want to feel what's underneath the notes that we might see on the piece of music or the piece of paper. I want to go deeper than what the sound of the note is that's being played. I want to feel the emotion underneath it. So this is a big part of who I am, and probably who I've been my whole life. And I just feel really deeply clear and connected with that right now. So I want to bring forth a sense of depth into this day 4 of our preparation. So that's sort of where I'm at. Before I go any further, I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. If you would love to be a part of the 12-hour healing event on Thursday, then please have a look on my website if you would like to register. The idea is that I'll be pre-recording all the videos that will come to be for that 12-hour period. It's usually around 20 to 27 or something videos, depends on what I'm doing, how long the videos are, how short the videos are. So it's sort of a 12-hour process for me to dive into things and share and express thoughts and things that I'm doing through video. So if you can watch videos on YouTube, you can certainly participate in this 12-hour healing event. And then you can join with me on the day. So I am just about to record actually our first introduction video, which I'll send out to people who have registered today. So I'll do that shortly, and we'll just explain what's going to be happening. And yeah, if you can't join on the day, you can join in any time. You can watch one video a day for the next 20 odd days, or you can set some time aside on the weekend. So, once I've done my part, you can basically follow it the way you want to. That suits your time and your ability to concentrate. So, that's that. Welcome, everybody. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you. My plan, my intention for the next 15 minutes or so is I'm going to pull a healing energy card just to see also where the energy's at and talk about whatever comes up that feels strong. I'm not pulling cards for individuals, but I'm pulling cards for us all as a group right now, whether you're watching live or the replay later. Then I have my my really big shamanic drum. It is very large, so I'm going to be playing that because I feel that there's something very deep and meaningful. Mandy, you're funny. 5 years, jeepers. Doesn't time fly, honestly? There's something very deep about the drum, so I'm really looking forward to tapping into that energy of the drum and the depth of it. And I'll talk more about that when I get there, and then I will pull a card to go as well. So just think of this as a guide only. Please take on board what feels right and what resonates during this time, and just let the rest go. I trust 100% that you've been led here for a reason, and what that reason is, I'm sure will reveal itself to you over the course of the connection. So let's dive in deeply. Let's move deeply into ourselves, deeply into our truth, deeply into our body, deeply into how we feel. I love depth of feeling, depth of thought, depth of art and music and nature and life. All this stuff I just love, and this is another reason why I create the healing energy cards and things like this. So the best healing energy card as we move deeper into this preparation journey for the 11/11. Let's see, the best card for now is this. Here, what is this? This is a new card, card 77. 77, and it's in the Rise category, and it says call for help. Call for help. Down here it says be open to giving or receiving assistance. Signal. Don't be stubborn. Let help come. Reach out. Make the announcement and support. So I see this as a signal that goes out. Like Batman. I haven't seen Batman for so many decades. But, the signal used to go out with the big bat wings. That was the signal for that Batman was needed. And this is the sort of feeling that I have with this card, like the signal is going out. So whether this is a signal that we're calling out for help, or maybe there's some other reason why we're putting out this signal. Maybe it's to announce something. Maybe it's to declare something. Maybe for part of us, it's about putting ourselves out there and on a new level or at a new height, in a new way. So what is your call for help, or what is your signal? What are you signaling? What do you need to send out? What do you need assistance with? What are you stuck with that may be requiring some attention at this time? So if you're not sure what you're signaling or what you're putting out there, maybe think to the things that you're struggling with in your life right now. What are the problematic areas that you're stuck with? And once you understand those, then you may be able to put out the signal, the call for help, if you like, from an expert, or even just saying, I'm stuck in this area, moves energy. So by putting out that call, we're actually getting the energy moving. By staying in the quicksand or in the sticky mud, we hold ourselves in that space. So if we want to be out of that sticky mud, then maybe we need to recognize that we're in it and then send out the call, send out the signal that I need help, or whatever it is that we need. That will get the energy moving. It's a bit like putting up a kite and the kite picks up the breeze and starts helping us move out of that sticky mud. So it feels like almost like a recognition or an awareness for us to tap into personally, to see where we're stuck, where we're at, what we need, where we're going, and what could help be our lifeline out of a sticky situation, if you like, or a stagnant space. So I don't know if that resonates with you, but let's move into some drumming. So I'll move my little stool over. I'm going to play the drum, and I don't want to talk as I play the drum. I want to really encourage you to drop into the depth of the drum. So what I mean by that, or how I would do that, so I'd be really listening really intently to the drum beat. And not just listening with my ears, I'll be listening with my heart, with my body, and see how my body is responding to the drum beat. Often my heartbeat will sync up with the beat of the drum. So you can put your fingers on your pulse and see how connected your heartbeat is with the drum as it's happening. There's going to be times where your heartbeat will definitely be out of sync with the drum, or the drum will be out of sync with your heart. But there will be some beats that really sync up. And if you can capture those, there is something really, or to me, very interesting and inviting about that. There's another thing I would suggest that you consider, and that is trying to tap into that space in between the drum beats, to capture and hold that moment for a moment, and then hold that moment for a moment, and see if you can tap into and be mesmerized perhaps by that silent space in between the drum beats, or that silent space in between the beats of our heart. Those silent spaces in between our in and out breath, where we're neither breathing in nor out. And those spaces in between the words that we might be speaking. So I really encourage you to tap into those kinds of deep moments if you're drawn to. Now, if you're resonating with the card and you're stuck in the mud or in a stagnant space, then you could use the drum's energy to help you tap into that awareness and send out your call for help, your signal for assistance, or whatever it is that you need. So I trust that you enjoy connecting with the drum. There's nothing you can do wrong. So just listen and see what the drum speaks to you. So nice big breath. beautiful. Oh, I trust you enjoyed that bit of drumming time and that it spoke to you in the way that it needed to and supports you and holds you in a nice space right now. So, yes, thank you. If you just joined in, we're playing the drum with this energy in mind, card 77, call for help. Also depth, creating depth and meaning for us, or just depth of connection perhaps. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's get ready to go. I'm going to get ready to pull a card to see what's next. But before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. If you would love to see more of my videos, please make sure you've subscribed or followed wherever you may be watching. And if you would love to join me for Thursday's 12-hour healing event, which is what we're preparing for, or what I'm preparing for, then please have a look on my website, templeofbalance.com.au, and you can find it just there at the top photo if you want to learn more or book your spot. So I'm looking forward to Thursday. All arrows are pointing to Thursday, and I love the depth of healing that we can create together on these 12-hour healing events. They are fantastic. I see them a bit like a healing retreat, but yeah. So I am going to pull a card to go. So again, the healing energy cards, and I'm very much looking for what we may need to consider moving forward, especially this next sort of 24 hours. I forgot to say I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Tuesday the 9th of November at 7:37 a.m. So the best card for the majority of us for this next 24-hour-ish period to help us carry and embody what we've received during this connection today is this card here. This, recenter, card 16. So recenter is in the depth category, and down here it says, let go and allow flow. Step into alignment with the flow. Move with your natural rhythm. Avoid swimming upstream against the flow, and stand upright. So there is a feeling here very much highlighting the flow. So I see flow a lot like a river, like our own personal river. Sometimes we might be looking at the river from the riverbank, watching life go by, maybe overwhelmed by what our river contains. So we're not really in the river, we're watching the river. Sometimes too we are trying to swim against the river, against the natural flow and rhythm of our life and our body and all the things that make up our flow, which are a lot of things. So sometimes we're trying so hard and we're resisting change, or we're trying to control a situation that is going in a completely other direction. So we may be exhausted just trying to swim upstream. So if you're swimming upstream, my recommendation would be to stop swimming and just let yourself float with this river, and you can trust where this river is taking you. So the river will sometimes move quickly, like there's been a big rain and the river's swollen and it's moving fast. Sometimes we go through rapids in our river. Sometimes the river is just peaceful and smooth. Sometimes we travel down our river to a quiet little bay, a quiet little rest place on our river before we get back out into the river again. So that's sort of some ways that I see our flow as this example of the river. So in regards to this card, it may be important for us to consider what our flow feels like right now. Is it a dried up stream? Is it a big river that just feels so overwhelming? So how can we work with this energy of flow, or the energy of our river? How can we work with it? How can we get into the river for one? How can we stop swimming up against the stream that it's going, and trust in the direction where this river is guiding us and pulling us? I don't feel that we are kind of subject to, what would the best way to describe this be? Like, we're not subject to or victim to just life carrying us into some weird random place. I feel like, for me anyway, like if I'm aligned with my river, with my flow, then I can work with it better. And it's not that I am just letting life happen and I'm not involved with my life and, I just wait for life to happen. I am a very active participant in my life and in this river and in this flow that I feel is so important for me anyway, for living my life. So it's not like I am subject to, unconsciously travelling this river. To me, I'm very consciously involved with that and working with the different parts of this river or parts of the flow that arise for me at any particular time. So I am certainly an active component in this river. I'm an active component in my life. So how actively involved are you with your flow? Are you feeling like life is just going way too fast and is out of control? Or maybe you're not synced up with that flow and that movement. Maybe your river is running faster or slower than you're running. Are you running along the riverbank instead of being in the river and flowing with it? So I hope I'm making some sense here, but I feel like it's important for us to be cooperative with this flow, or cooperative with our natural rhythm with this river. So this card is about being in alignment with that flow. So holding position, standing tall in ourselves while we work with life and we work with its movements. We use our intuition and our ability to trust in the decisions we make and things, and trust in where we are in life. And if things aren't working for us, then we can assess a situation, look at the bigger picture, be aware of as much as possible, so we can try and make the best choice or the best course of action to take with anything that may stop us. So what do you need to do to recenter yourself? Perhaps you need to consider your flow and natural rhythm and how you can align better with it. Maybe your body is totally out of whack, and maybe for you this recentering for this next 24-ish hours is to get back into alignment with your body, or get your body back into alignment. So how might you do that? If it's purely body, I would be visualizing connecting with my spine and that center point of my body, and really making sure my spine is in balance. Sometimes when we're out of balance, the spine or that central column of energy can feel like it's sort of tilted one way or the other, or forward or back. So if we can get our body into alignment, into center, that will also help us stay grounded, balanced, and also plugged in and connected to spirit or those higher energies. So consider your alignment, consider your centeredness, and consider perhaps your flow and what all these things mean to you. You may want to write about it in your journal, or contemplate or meditate, whatever sort of resonates with you, and see how that can help support you, bring stability to your body, and bring a conscious decision perhaps, or a conscious an awareness and alertness of you getting into your life again, getting into your flow. So lots to think about and lots to consider and lots to drop into, I feel, today. So see how you go, see what resonates, and thank you so much for joining me. I will be back again tomorrow for the last of the preparation videos for the 12-hour healing event, so keep an eye out for that. It will be in about 24 hours, but not exactly, so sometime in around 24-hour period, depending when I get up and what's going on. We've also got our private healing event for Pillar of Light members tomorrow, so I look forward to connecting with you. And I'll also, like I said, be recording our introduction first video for the 12-hour healing event, just to let you know what's happening and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited about the next few days, and hopefully I'll see you again at something. And take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye.